coming up from Wind Gap, working south. And let's see, Skinny G Panda is down there somewhere. There she is. And Dragon Roams. And Kurt Z are up ahead. Today's goal, I think, is roughly 8 or 9 miles. There's a campsite roughly halfway down the trail to Lehigh Gap, which is our target for the day. Oh yeah, there we go. Dragon Rums, Skinny G Panda, and Mr. Zitzelman of the Kurt variety. What an awesome campsite. This is 1.1 miles south of Wind Gap, up on the ridge. And there's probably room for 4 tents in here. And a little firing, so it's pretty cool. I'm liking it. Not where we're going to be today. We're working south to get to where the water is. I hope the campsites are as nice. Maybe frizzle now. What are we looking at?
What are these little thorny things on the leaves? They look like buds on the leaves.
Oh, that must be alien DNA.
Maybe.
It's been infused. They were aliens at the last shelter. Yeah, they made an inscription in the roof of the shelter.
You guys were sleeping. You came by. We were talking.
So we're about 1.7, 1.8 miles in. Once up on the ridge, most of the trail has been like this, some mild rocks that I'm tripping over, and gentle ups and downs. So it's not technically difficult trail. Every now and then you pass a little campground off on one side or the other. Not many views. Today there's a cool breeze, but we're right up on the very peak of the ridge, which is kind of neat. It's about 2 miles in. There's a little side trail that goes off to the west. Actually, it's more like 1.9. Nice, beautiful view out there. And random gunfire. Oh look, wait, there's a crowd creeping up behind me. We're all crowding down to get the same video. There could be a Yeti. Beware the Yeti. We popped out. We're floating. It's magical. I need my inflatable unicorn so I can break the internet.
Chris has mastered floating above shrubbery.
Really sucking on that.
So you have to check his channel to see what the heck. Oh, that's a little close.
Yeah, take your turn.
Right, what do we got? Oh, they put the signs up there for giraffes.
Yep.
I guess that's just so people don't steal them. Oh, tons of signage. Oh, look, there's happiness.
I know.
There's happiness here.
I don't see any. Do you?
No, I'm going to find it though. 0.15 to the shelter.
Where exactly is it?
I don't know, it's right there.
Here it is.
Oh wait. This is...
Oh.
Found it. Happiness is here.
Right, there you go. There it is. Super happy.
Get it? See what I did there?
Whoa, there I am. I can be happy too.
This is how many total miles we have up.
Pin site. So we'll walk up this way to what is not the spring, but what appears to be a pretty nice privy. All right. It's the throne room. Oh yeah. TP Reserve. I don't even want to touch it. TP! Alright, I'm giving this. Wait a minute. Okay, after checking this one out, I am going to give it a A-. This is a top-notch privy. Definitely one of the better ones on the trail. Alright, we'll work our way downhill here. Oh man, it's proud. Holy cow.
I think you've seen mine.
You're what?
The possible pouch that he got.
Yes.
Benny made.
So this is the Leroy Smith shelter. Very nice little shelter. A lot of day hikers here today eating lunch. And we're going to be doing the same thing. Don't forget, check out the privy upstairs. It's gorgeous. So the markings are a little ambiguous, but so this big trail is the longer Blue Blaze that intersects from up there. It goes over to the shelter that way, and it says across from the shelter there's water. And sure enough, if you walk out of the front door of the shelter and keep walking straight, there is water here, and it's moving. Actually, this is moving pretty good. I want to go down to the other spring, but I don't know if I want to walk 4/10 down or 4/10 back. Yeah, you can kayak down this. Woohoo! Let's see, I'm going to zoom in the other way. Alright, so I lied. I did come down one more, not going to the third one. Here's the spring. And this is clearly marked. And it's the same water source. You can hear it running through the woods as the one up above. So this is the second spring at the Leroy Smith shelter. It's down the hill quite a ways, probably a couple tenths. I didn't measure it and I forgot to bring my GPS with me. I'm not going to go down to the third one. We got to keep moving. And it's a very nice spring, and this one's rushing like crazy. Delph and Stempa.
Okay. So let's start.
Those are legendary superheroes. So this is Smith Gap, and there's a little kiosk there with nice instructions and mappage. There's a couple camp areas that are marked no camping, so they don't want you camping anywhere near this. There's limited parking here and some no trespassing, keep out signs down that road. And across the street here is where the AT goes back in. So I think we're going to work our way to Delph Spring. So it says 0.6. Steep and rocky. I don't know. Yay or nay? What do we say?
No.
Nay. Thumbs down. Okay, we're moving on. Off to the Delph, however you pronounce it, Delph Spring. I love filming the springs, but I don't love everybody that much. And it's not going to happen today.
Oh. You catch yourself with it.
Delph Spring, 0.4. That's not bad. Alright, checking out my new Hemlock Mountain Outdoors. Wicked purple hammock. Alright, we're making breakfast this morning. Got some bagels. These are Squishy Thomas's ones. The new squishy ones. Kind of like English muffins, but they don't have any dairy in them. And in here, I'm making some sausage patties. It's gonna be really cool. The way I make the sausage patties is I put a little, patties, I put a little water in the bottom, and I bring it to a sort of boil. That's what it's doing now. Oh yeah. That's good. Wow. Good morning. We're gonna go down the trail here to see if we can find the spring. Spiderwebby. Say on the sign, it's 4/10. I've got my GPS, so I'll get the snail trail from it. We will see how many tenths it is. Hopefully get some good video of it. It rained last night. I was in the hammock for the first time ever, which was interesting. The hammock, I have no underquilt yet. I had a regular top quilt from Enlightened Equipment, which I like. It works good on the ground too. The hammock, when you put a blow-up pad in it, because I didn't strap it to me, it keeps wanting to jump out from under me. So I was kind of swimming in pad most of the night. And then it rained, and I don't have a tarp yet either. So when it rained, I just kind of took everything down and went inside my tent. But I think I'm going to like the whole hammock thing. So we're approaching the Delph Spring, and it's kind of steep coming down here. It's a toss-up as to whether this is as bad as the ones working down in Maryland or not. There's a sign. And right on the right here, I hear it. There it is. It's wicked steep in here. There's really no place to camp around here. If you had a hammock, you might be able to go to 45 somewhere. Here, let me give you a little span around the edges. Okay, I take that earlier comment back. You've got to descend to the 5 depths of hell, much like the Ed Garvey shelter in Maryland, to get to this water. It's kind of steep coming back up out of here, but there's water. Okay, so that was yesterday's walk, wind gap 10.7, and we passed the Leroy Smith shelter. Today, we're gonna go this way to, not quite to the outer bridge shelter. We're gonna be about 0.7 shy of that. So 10 miles is today's journey. Oh, you're really big. So yeah, view, that's what the sign says, view. Not V1FW.
Deductive reasoning.
I thought it was like some ham radio call sign or something. And it should have been, yeah, hanging up there or something, but there's a cool rock-ish formation sort of view. I don't know. So real quick, this is a unexpected sign on the AT. I did not realize there was a aircraft crash up here. This is a memorial for Monmouth Air Flight 98, October 24th, 1971, Let me turn the camera around here real quick and show you what it looks like. There's a nice memorial put up on the tree here, and down below it there's some remnants of some aluminum. Looks like a panel section that's tore up. I did a quick scout around the area and did not find any other wreckage around. Doesn't mean there isn't any. So I'll have to do some internet searching to see what that's all about. So roughly 3 miles south of Delph, there's a really sweet campsite here. And it's almost impossible to miss, because as you're walking down the trail, you come across this, it's an obvious side trail off to the east with this super lonely pine tree. It's just hanging out all by itself. And there has not been a pine tree anywhere along this whole ridge. And here's this really cool, like really big, awesome pine tree just hanging out in the middle of nowhere. This whole section of trail is really different than what the previous sections have been. All of a sudden it's all pine trees, and terrain's slightly more rugged with more rocks, but they're bigger rocks, they don't hurt your feet. And we just crossed a road, a little service road that goes up to a cell tower. Linked down below is some links to the other hikers' YouTube channels. Kurt Zitzelman Outdoors, and Skinny G Panda, and Dragon Roams. You'll have to go click on Kurt's channel and check out what he filmed as part of his experience. He took a little spill earlier and kind of head dove into some rocks, so we had to clean him up and get some extra band-aids on there. He'll explain that whole thing in his video, so go down below and check that out.
My understanding, when we descend, this is the type of rock that it is.
I think so. Here along the ridge line, there's a blue arrow, and I hear water down here. The guidebook said there was water along this part, and they say because of the pollution not to drink the water unless it's an emergency. So I'm gonna take a little look at this. Yeah, that's some spoogey water. That's hideous. That's more like industrial runoff. So yeah, I would not call that a spring. I'd call that industrial runoff. If you really, really, really needed water, I guess there is some. So as we work along the ridge, there's an area up here with all new pine growth. And I don't know how old the pine growth is, but there's lots of it. We're back off that ridge again with all the rocks, and on a nice cushy soft, looks like an old service road. Working our way around towards where there's a rocky descent down to Lehigh Gap. So unless there's anything interesting on the trail along the way, I'll leave those stairs up behind me and this nice cushy green stuff, and we'll play with the rocks. Definitely stinking. It's a little steep coming down here, and I'm pretty sure it gets worse as we get further along. So I'll be checking in periodically as we progress down the rock face. Zigging and zagging our way down. Eventually we're going to be down there. So the nice gentleman at the last road crossing says, "Oh, southbound. You guys aren't planning to go down that southbound, are you?" And we went, yeah. So here we are. So this is totally not the way I envisioned this from people's blogs and photos, where this little American flag here painted on the rocks is facing the southbounders as we come down this ridge.
All right, hurry, take my picture.
Gotcha.
Give him a good side.
This knife edge.
Because the next blaze is down
It goes
On
down?
the left.
there. Yeah,
Oh man.
that's why that rock was misleading for me.
Oh, that's a crazy knife edge.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, there's a little pool of water down there.
Can you
I
drink
like little crazy pools of water. I gotta catch that. Oh, this is like super wacky. Oh, look. Is that the bridge we walked over?
Yeah.
So our parking is down over there somewhere.
This is by far.
So this little crazy knife edge here is short, but it's pretty rugged. And that's where the trail goes. Down there. No, sir, I don't like it. Well, here we are at the bottom. And what's this little sign say here? Doesn't say anything, but we know that's where it goes up. Oh, and here's the other side. Keep the seeds off your shoes. Don't contaminate the reforestation.
It's that extra mileage you put on.